Middle Age Grind, welcome back. And today I want to wrap up my insurance series on some, I don't know if ancillary is the right term, but different types of insurance. We've talked about the major stuff: auto, home, life insurance. And I want to wrap this up. We're talking about some other insurances you may have, you may know about, you may not know about. And I want to start off with long term care. Long term care insurance came into play, I want to say around 20, 25 years ago, the first policies we started seeing. And they pay usually a daily benefit if you need long term care. So that benefit may be $100 a day, $200 a day, whatever. Um, and a lot of times it pays for a certain amount of time or it's indefinite. And the six essential functions of daily living are bathing, dressing, toileting, transferring, continence, and eating. That typically an insurance company describes. If you need help with two or more of those, usually you can qualify for long-term care. Now, most policies, I will say this, they pay whether you're in a home or you're at home. And a lot of times why people bought these things and buy them is because when they get older, they may need some in-home help care. This is kind of insurance for a lot of people to keep you out of the nursing home. You might need help with those things as you get older. If you could pay some people to come even a few hours a day, it would really help. I will say this is the one product that insurance companies have not been able to price right because the cost and the payouts have been more than they thought. So if you have a policy and the premium's kind of locked in, you might want to stay where you're at. But this is something that a lot of people are looking at as they're getting older and being able to stay in their home. Long-term care insurance, look into that. The next one I want to talk about, disability insurance. Most of the time, not all, most, your employer offers this coverage. What's your largest asset? And a lot of people are going to say their house. The right answer typically is your income. And if you can't work, do you have disability coverage in place that can pay your bills? And a lot of people might have Social Security disability. Usually that's 30 to 40% of what you're making, and most people can't live on that. Even if you have to buy a supplemental disability policy, there's several companies out there. Look into that. There's also ONOC, meaning that it insures your own occupation or any occupation. Different terminology there, could be different payouts. Look at those kind of things. And disability insurance saves a lot of people when they're not able to work. I want to talk a little bit about annuities. Annuities are technically a life insurance product, even though most of the time they don't carry a death benefit. Annuities, think of it, it's the money people put in and get a rate of return. And this is the money that funds the death benefit for life insurance policies for insurance companies. They got a lot of bad raps, I think unjustly. You have to know what you're getting into with annuities, lock-in periods, whether it's fixed, whether it's variable. Payouts, if you're getting deferred, if you're just kind of letting it sit in there like a CD. If you're getting immediate payments, what do those payments look like? If you put in a bunch of money, if you die tomorrow, does it go away? Does your family get the money? Look at all those things. That's survivor's benefits. Period certain. Talk to a professional. Get more than one opinion if you're looking at annuities. Like I said, they can be a good thing as part of your overall portfolio. Just make sure you know what you're getting into. Next thing, and I've mentioned this before, cancer policies. Now, I'm a State Farm agent, and all this is, look, take this at face value. It's just general informational purposes. I'm not trying to sell you anything. We don't even sell cancer policies. I bought one last year from Aflac. Um, and I'll say this. I had a life insurance policy I mentioned before. I paid up. It's done. It was about $70 a month. That's about what I pay for my Aflac policy. The cancer policy I bought covers me, my spouse, and my children up until they're 26. If we have cancer, God forbid, there's an initial benefit anywhere from $5,000 to $10,000. But what's more important to me is if you have treatments, and it's all kind of variables, guys, on this, but it pays for certain things. It pays for travel expenses up to a certain amount if you need to travel. It pays for lodging a certain amount. And look, cancer runs in my family, my wife's family, probably everybody. To some extent, we're pretty healthy, but you just never know. A couple of my buddies' spouses had cancer, had these policies, and they paid really well. And it helped them out with deductibles. And like I said, I look at this as if, God forbid, we need this, that initial amount is going to help us with our deductible, but it's the ongoing, hey, we need to go travel to MD Anderson and get treatments or something like that. The helping, the subsidizing, so to speak, of kind of them sharing the cost with some of the ancillary expenses that health insurance does not cover was a big benefit that I see potentially. Hopefully we never use it. Never, and I'll just sleep like a baby, spend all my money in the premiums, whatever. But if we do, I think this might come in very handy to help defray some of those ongoing costs. Another one I want to talk about, this is mentioned a lot, pet insurance is kind of blown up here over the past several years. If you have pets, you know it can be very expensive to have those vet bills. Look into that. Get quotes. This could save you a lot of money. Now, I'm not, even though we offer it, I'm not an expert in this, but I know some people who've had it and used it. Worked out pretty well for them. So I just wanted to cover some of these other policies that are out there. If you have any questions, you can email me, rchaisson22@gmail.com, or just ask me in the comments. Be happy to elaborate. But these are some that are out there I think people don't know about. And like I've mentioned before, this is all managing risk, guys. And how can we do it within our budget and do it smart and being strategic about it. And with that said, I'll see you next time on the Middle Age Grind.